For the 100% cheapest coins on the internet with reliable delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 21 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be going over the best coin making method in Madden 21, which if you guys grind it could make you unlimited coins. Now what we're going to be doing in today's video is getting our training at a cheap CPT, rolling into the legend training reroll, and then using the players we get to complete a specific set or selling off the cards. Now we're going to be focusing on a set in the Ultimate Legend Exchange, and I'll explain to you guys the method as we go through it, but step number one is you want to get yourself around 50,000 training points at about a 1.2 to a 1.3 CPT. Now there's a whole bunch of ways to get your training at those prices. Essentially what you want to do is get 50k training for the cost of around 75k, and to get your players, there's a couple of different filters to look at. We're going to work from highest to lowest in this video, and we'll start it off with the 97 overall cards at a price of around 75,000 coins. Now those 97s, they're going to go for 50k, so you're basically just getting one of these 97s and then you can get started on the method. Now the filters that I like to look at are going to be the draft filter right here to see if we can find any of these 97s up for a good deal. Looking like they're a little bit expensive. Justin Fields might be the cheapest card. Another filter that's going to be sold is Ultimate Legends. This one can definitely find you some good snipes, and as we take a look at this filter right here, let's see these 97s. It looks like the cheapest ones are going to be right around 80k, so a little bit of the price range. Now we'll move down to the 96s, and essentially this is what I'd recommend you guys do to get your training. Now for your 96s, you would want these cards at around 50k, and if you get a 96, you're going to want to combine that with like a 94 overall player to then get yourself up to 50k training. So like you guys can see, we're on this Ultimate Legend filter right here. We don't see any of the cards at around 50k. We can also take a look at Team of the Year. Team of the Year is actually kind of solid for finding these cards. It's looking like there's none up for super cheap, and yeah, it's not looking like there's going to be that many good snipes on the Team of the Year filter. Again, just remember your price points and take a look at all these filters in the video. Draft is going to be pretty solid, as you guys can see right here. The players are a little bit out of the price range. Let's take a look at 95s, and then we'll probably just find our snipe off camera. Now for the 95 overall players, there's quite a few different filters to look at, and you'll want to try and find these cards up for a price of around 35k if possible. We can take a look at Campus Heroes, we can take a look at Veterans, and there's a lot of kind of random filters to look at when you guys are finding these cards. As you can see, the cheapest 95s right here, they are well out of the price range, and honestly the animations aren't even loading in. Campus Heroes, let's see if there's any cards up for a good deal. 37 for the Ahmad Brooks, actually not a bad deal. We'll take that card at 37k. Now additionally, you can take a look at NFL Playoffs, you can take a look at Series Redux. There's a lot of random filters to try and find your 95s up for a good deal. As you guys can see right here, Kyler Murray at 38k. We honestly might just take that snipe. It's not that bad of a deal right there. But another one you guys can take a look at, like I did say before, is going to be NFL Playoffs. Let's see if there's any good NFL Playoffs cards available. Some 95s at a good deal. Can we find any? We cannot. So I'll find my remaining snipes off camera, and I'll see you guys then.
7 hours later.
So there we go, boys. We have our two 95 overall players. We're getting these cards, and they're quick selling for 25k training. In total spend, I think we only spent around 75k on the players, 37 and 38k for the cards. Now use the filters and use the prices that I mentioned to get your training snipes, and once you guys are up to 50k training, you should have spent around 75,000 coins. So now what we're doing is we are opening this pack up, and we are opening up in extreme volume. We are opening up until we have no remaining training. I believe we only started with like 3,000 training points, so we'll open until we're down to 3k training, and once you guys have done that, you will be opening this pack up 20 different times, and 20 times is a really good number because you're going to be getting a whole bunch of cards out of this. Hopefully you get some solid pulls to make as much profit as possible. You want to get some like 92s, 93s, and you're opening this pack up a lot of times, so you actually have a solid chance at getting some of those higher overall pulls. You have 20 different opportunities to get a high card. Now when I'm opening these packs up, usually what I do is I'm usually spamming O as I open these up. So as you guys will see right here, we open it and then I'm just spamming O. I'm not really concerned with what the card is. I'll take a look at the players when I get into my binder, but for the camera right here, we'll open up these packs and we will see what we get. I'm probably not going to open them all up on camera, but Legend with the lights, it's going to be a 94 Ted Hendricks. There we go, boys. That is a very, very awesome pull out of the packs. That is basically going to guarantee that we are making coins in roll number one. Back-to-back lights. Who's it going to be? An 89 Morton Anderson. The packs are looking pretty solid right now, boys. Now, when you guys are doing this, we're really going to be using all these lower overall pulls. Anything that's an 88 or lower is going to be going into a specific set that I'm going to show you guys later, and that's going to be a good way to kind of roll these lower overall cards that you don't want to sell off into still some pretty solid value. I'll show you guys guys what that set is a little bit later, and then we're gonna see how much profit we make off of this roll. This roll is super lucrative right now, and the fact that we got that 94 is almost gonna guarantee that the method is gonna be working super well. So about halfway through our trading, we already have one good pull. You're opening this pack up so many times, like I said before, so you have so many opportunities to get a good pull, get a 94, get a 93, and all you really want to see out of this method is like a 191 plus player. 191 plus is almost gonna guarantee that you're making a lot of coins. I'm gonna open the remainder of these packs off camera, and I'll see you guys then. We'll go to my binder and we'll take a look at my pulls. All right, boys, now here are all 20 of our pulls, and this was a roll and a half, man. We got some crazy good pulls in this video, which is awesome. A 94 Ted Hendricks, some 91s and 90s, so we end the roll off super well. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of all these lower overall cards that we probably don't want to sell off, and to do so, we are going into the Ultimate Legend Exchange sets, and there are 3 sets in here that I'll focus on. I'll tell you guys the pros and cons of each one and allow you guys to make the decision. And now the options are going to be Bo Jackson, Lawrence Taylor, as well as Randy Moss. And what I would recommend you guys do right here is I would recommend you guys go into the Bo Jackson, Lawrence Taylor, and Randy Moss sets and take a look at the prices of the cards, because essentially what set we're doing is we're going to get ourselves one of the skill players, so an 89, a 93, or a 97, and for doing so we need to put in these legend players that we just rolled into. As you can see, we have basically the perfect amount of cards to do this set, so that's awesome. Almost every single time I do this method, I have like almost the perfect amount of cards, maybe 1 away or 2 away at most, but the fact that we get 20 players is going to make sure that you're basically doing this set every single time, and that's why that 50k training is a really good price point to try and hit. But now what you guys want to do before we select our set is we want to take a look at the prices. Now if you want to take a little bit of a risk, you could do the Bo Jackson set or you could do the Lawrence Taylor set, because essentially what happens in this one is the 97 is super expensive, and then the 93 isn't crazy pricey. It's actually up to 50k. That's a little bit more than I was expecting, and the 89 is going to be hovering around 24, so solid prices right there. Let's take a look at the Lawrence Taylor set and see how much the cards are going to be going for, and then we'll take a look at the Randy Moss and make a decision that way. Usually the Randy Moss is going to be the best low risk set, because the 89 and the 93, they're usually really expensive. In this LT set right here, it's looking like the 89 and the 93 are not super pricey, so we'll probably rule that one out. Then for the Randy Moss, as you can see, the 89 is up to 26k, not actually as expensive as I was expecting. The 93 is going to be going for a price of 62k, so a little bit more expensive than Bo, but the 97 for Randy Moss, he's only going to be selling for 136. So what I'm probably going to do in this video is I'll probably take the risk and do the Bo Jackson. Sometimes on the Randy Moss set, the 93 and the 89 are selling for like 70k and then like 40k, so if you want to take a less risk, that's a set you can do, because no matter what, you're getting a solid pull. But let's try the Bo Jackson one and try our hand at getting a 97. Hopefully we do get that live in the video, but either way, no matter what we end up getting, we got such a good roll that we're going to be just fine no matter what we end up pulling from this. Even if we end up getting the worst possible pull, perfect amount of cards to do this set right here. We're actually 1 card shy, so we'll just have to buy one really quickly in the video, but we're putting in our 83s, we're putting in those 84s, 1 more card remaining to buy. We'll just buy whatever the cheapest price is. 4.5k for Kevin Mawai, actually kind of expensive for an 83 overall player. If you wanted to, I guess you could just sell off all those 83s and 84s and maybe make some more profit, but we're gonna get risky. We are gonna do the Bo Jackson. If we get the rings, we are going absolutely crazy. Hopefully it's not an 89. I'll take a mid-tier card. We are gonna be getting an 89 Bo Jackson, so an unlucky card right there, and that's why if you guys want to take a less risk, you can maybe do the Randy Moss, but we risk it for the biscuit. I pulled the legend with the rings Randy a couple of times, and I was like, shoot, I should have done the Bo Jackson, because if I was getting the rings there, we make a whole lot more coins. But now at this point in the method, we're simply selling off. We've spent around 75 to 80k, and we have all of these cards to sell. So just taking a look at prices right here, the Mean Joe Green, the Ted Hendricks, and the Bo Jackson, those cards are combining for 80k, so that is going to pay for the entire method. Now our 91, our 90, our 88, and our 289 overall players, those cards are all going to be profit on this reroll. So I'm going to say that we're probably up to around 140k in our total returns off of the method, which is then going to profit us around 60k for this one right here. And with this method, it was kind of a combination of lucky and unlucky that we got in the video, because we actually were able to get ourselves some 94s, a 91, a couple of 91s, sorry, out of our legend roll. And then for the Bo Jackson, we got the worst card possible and didn't make a ton. So what I'm going to do in the video right here is I'm actually going to get a 97. We're going to do the method again. I'm not going to show you guys me opening the legend pack, because that's a little bit boring, but what I'll do is I'll get a 97. I'll show you guys how much I get that card for, and then I'll update you guys once I do my legend roll, and I'll update you guys when I do my ultimate legend roll, and see how much coins we're able to make if we do this again. You guys aren't going to see the whole process. That's a little little bit boring, but I'm gonna get my 97 or my 96 at whatever price point I had mentioned before, around hopefully 75k for the 97, and I'll see you guys once I do that and I get my snipe. Yo, what a deal. What a deal. Patrick Willis 97 at 67k. We are almost guaranteeing that we're making a lot of profit on this one. 50k training for 67,000 coins, man. We're gonna make a killing on this one. So here is update number 1. Probably the worst roll I could have possibly gotten. We got no cards over a 90, and let's see if we're still gonna make coins on this one. I would assume that we probably will, but it won't be a ton. Again, we did get our snipe for 67k, so we got a really good deal on the card. Let's open up our legend pack, or sorry, ultimate legend pack, and let's see how much we can get off of our Bo Jackson card. All right, boys, here is the skill edition UL Bo Jackson. Just show me the rings, EA Sports, please and thank you. Just give me a 97. I believe I deserve a 97. What are we gonna be getting? It is gonna be a 97 Bo Jackson out of the skill edition Bo Jackson pack. I was not expecting that. 97 Bo. That card is going for 400k, and we are gonna be making an absolute killing off of this method live in the video. 97 Bo, man. That card is going for an absurd price. Bo Jackson right here is going for 400k. We turn our 67k into 400,000 coins live in the video. But let's say, for example, we didn't get so lucky. I want to quickly run the numbers on this. As you can see, we have 86s, 88s, and 89s. And let's say, for example, we get an average of around 7k for these cards. And that's going to give us about 49,000 coins on these legend players right here. So if we didn't get that lucky Bo Jackson card, and we got as unlucky as we possibly could, we got ourselves another 89 Bo Jackson, we would still be breaking even. We would turn that into 67k, and we would break even with literally the worst roll possible. So this kind of just proves that if you get good ultimate legend pulls, or you get good legend pulls, then you're making coins, and if you get the worst pulls possible, then you are going to break even. And boy, did we get a good pull here in 97 Bo. We are going to make a ton live in the video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. This is a method to make unlimited coins, boys. Definitely be sure to do this, and until next time, I am out. Peace.